2, 3, 4.
The creation of the iconic cast for Hogan's Heroes took place in 1965, carefully crafted by the showrunners. Bob Crane, a seasoned radio personality, was among the first actors considered for the lead role of Colonel Robert E. Hogan. His charismatic charm and natural wit made him perfect for the part. Meanwhile, Werner Klemperer, who had already established himself as a talented actor, initially hesitated when offered the role of Colonel Wilhelm Klink due to fears of being typecast. Yet, his exceptional skills ultimately led him to embrace the opportunity. Richard Dawson, on the other hand, originally hailed from England before moving to America to pursue acting. He became one of the most beloved members of the ensemble, portraying Corporal Peter Newkirk. Auditions proved crucial in discovering hidden talents like Larry Hovis, initially hired as a writer, but later becoming Sergeant Andrew Carter after impressing producers during rehearsals. Ivan Dixon also impressed early on, landing the role of Staff Sergeant James Kinchloe following successful read-through sessions. Chemistry tests played a significant role too. For instance, Kenneth Washington joined the team thanks to excellent rapport with Dixon. Similarly, Robert Clary brought joyful energy to the set as Corporal Louis LeBeau, forming close bonds with fellow castmates. Pivotal moments shaped the casting decisions throughout. One notable example involved John Banner, whose comedic timing left everyone in stitches during initial screen tests, earning him the unforgettable character of Sergeant Hans Schultz. Thus, through meticulous auditions, undeniable talent, camaraderie, and serendipity, the stellar lineup for Hogan's Heroes emerged, leaving an indelible mark on television comedy history.
You may come and go as you please, Commandant. Hopefully you will go.
The director of Hogan's Heroes, Ken Columbus, brought a unique vision to life through his creative influences and distinctive style. Columbus was known for his ability to blend comedy and drama, making the show appealing to a wide range of audiences. He drew inspiration from classic war films and comedies, incorporating elements of farce and slapstick into the series. Columbus's approach to directing was collaborative, working closely with the cast and crew to ensure a cohesive and engaging final product. He fostered a positive and supportive work environment, encouraging actors to bring their own ideas and interpretations to their characters. Columbus's attention to detail was evident in every aspect of the show, from the set design to the costumes and props. One of Columbus's most notable contributions to Hogan's Heroes was his ability to balance the show's comedic elements with its more serious themes. He approached each episode with a clear vision, ensuring that the humor never overshadowed the underlying message of the show. Columbus's direction was characterized by a sense of timing and pacing, creating a rhythm that kept viewers engaged and entertained. In addition to his work on Hogan's Heroes, Columbus was known for his work on other classic television shows and films. His directorial style was always evolving, reflecting his commitment to innovation and creativity. Despite his success, Columbus remained humble and dedicated to his craft, always striving to bring out the best in his cast and crew. In conclusion, Ken Columbus's directorial vision was instrumental in bringing Hogan's Heroes to life. His unique blend of comedy and drama, collaborative approach, and attention to detail made the show a classic that continues to be enjoyed by audiences today.
What is so special about this? Aha!
Hogan's Heroes, a popular TV series from 1965, brings both laughter and thoughtfulness through its unique blend of comedy and war themes. Set in a German prisoner of war camp during World War II, it revolves around Colonel Robert E. Hogan, played by Bob Crane, leading an international group of Allied prisoners conducting secret missions against their captors. This combination of humor and historical events has led to some fascinating facts, including lesser-known trivia and memorable moments involving famous actors. For instance, did you know that Werner Klemperer, who portrayed Colonel Wilhelm Klink, was actually born in Germany and later fled Nazi rule? Or that John Banner, playing Sergeant Hans Schultz, collected original artworks before becoming an actor? These intriguing details add depth to the beloved characters. Another standout among the cast was Richard Dawson, known for his role as Corporal Peter Newkirk. Before acting, he served in the British Royal Navy and experienced life after serving as a POW himself. His real-life experiences undoubtedly contributed to his riveting performance on screen. But beyond these tidbits lie more emotional connections. Many fans have deeply personal memories tied to Hogan's Heroes, Perhaps it reminds them of time spent with family members or fond childhood memories. We invite you to share your own treasured recollections or feelings connected to this iconic TV series in the comments section below. As we delve further into the lighter and darker sides of Hogan's Heroes, prepare yourself for surprising revelations filled with joy, astonishment, and even sorrow. Stay tuned.
And you wanted to stay that way, don't you?
Certainly I do, but that doesn't mean...
This is the coup de grace, the knockout punch. You're fighting for your life.
In the mid-1960s, a unique TV series called Hogan's Heroes was produced, bringing laughter while setting its story during World War II. The creators faced an intriguing challenge: how to construct a lighthearted atmosphere amidst a serious historical backdrop. The program's designers built an elaborate camp set on Desilu Studios Stage 3 in Los Angeles. This stage became Stalag 13, complete with prisoner huts, a guardhouse, and even underground tunnels. To create an authentic feel, they studied real German POW camps, adapting architectural elements like the distinctive watchtowers and barbed wire fences. However, they intentionally used bright colors and exaggerated features to maintain a comedic tone. Despite being primarily filmed indoors, location shoots did occur. For instance, some exterior scenes were shot at the Fox Ranch in Malibu Creek State Park, standing in for various European landscapes. These transitions between studio sets and outdoor locales helped keep the audience engaged and added depth to the series' visual narrative. One notable logistical challenge involved managing the large cast and numerous extras playing prisoners and guards. Scheduling conflicts often arose due to the sheer number of actors needed for each episode. Additionally, maintaining continuity regarding uniforms, props, and set decoration required meticulous planning and execution. Interestingly, this classic made innovative use of pre-recorded tape sounds to simulate activities happening off-screen, such as vehicles moving or distant gunfire. By integrating these auditory cues seamlessly, they enhanced the immersion without resorting to expensive special effects or disruptive live sound recordings. As a result, Hogan's Heroes stands out as both an entertaining sitcom and a technical achievement, demonstrating the creativity and resourcefulness involved in television production.
Tell us, sir.
You are so gold.
Oh, I...
I thought we might have a nice...
Let's dive into the memorable TV series, Hogan's Heroes. This classic comedy debuted in 1965 and quickly gained popularity due to its unique premise and talented cast. Set during World War II, the story revolves around American soldiers secretly operating a spy ring from a German prisoner camp, Stalag 13. The main character, Colonel Robert E. Hogan, brilliantly portrayed by Bob Crane, leads the group of prisoners turned spies. Born in 1928, Crane was known for his comedic timing and versatility, making him perfect for the role. Working alongside Hogan is Sergeant Andrew Carter, played by Larry Hovis, born in 1936, whose character provides critical support for their missions. Richard Dawson, born in 1932, takes on the role of British Captain Peter Newkirk, bringing charm and wit to the team. Additionally, Ivan Dixon plays Staff Sergeant James Kinchloe, the radio operator responsible for communication between the team and headquarters. Kenneth Washington later replaced Dixon as Sergeant Baker when Dixon left the show after 2 seasons. Last but not least, Robert Clary plays Corporal LeBeau, a French chef who uses his culinary skills for sabotage against the Germans. Throughout its 6-season run, Hogan's Heroes entertained audiences worldwide, while maintaining historical accuracy regarding uniforms, military ranks, and other war-related elements. Despite being set in a POW camp, the humor remained lighthearted, focusing on clever banter and situational irony rather than mocking the seriousness of war. Overall, Hogan's Heroes remains an engaging watch even today, thanks to its talented ensemble and thoughtful writing. Whether you're looking for nostalgia or simply wanting to explore a piece of television history, give this classic a try.
Sabotage the enemy wherever possible.
I realize that, sir, but I need a furlough. I'm a hardship.
In the creation of Hogan's Heroes musical score, composer Jerry Fielding played a pivotal role. Known for his innovative approach to television themes, Fielding crafted a lively main title theme that incorporated elements of military marches and big band swing. The music set the stage for a show that balanced comedy and drama while set in a German POW camp during World War II. Fielding's score complemented the narrative by enhancing both the comedic and tense moments of the series. For lighter scenes, he often utilized upbeat, jazzy tunes, while dramatic moments were underscored with suspenseful and emotional cues. The music not only heightened the situational humor, but also added depth to the characters and their struggles. When discussing his work on the show, Fielding once stated, "The challenge in scoring a series like Hogan's Heroes is to find the right balance between humor and drama. You want to support the comedy without making it feel cartoonish, and enhance the drama without overpowering it." The soundtrack also featured various popular songs from the 1940s, which were carefully selected to fit the show's historical context and narrative themes. These songs were often used to punctuate comedic moments or provide a backdrop for emotional scenes, deepening the connection between the characters and the audience. Collaborating with Fielding on Hogan's Heroes were skilled musicians who brought his compositions to life. Their contributions added a layer of authenticity to the series, with the big band sound and orchestrations transporting viewers to the 1940s. The music of Hogan's Heroes, both the original score and the incorporated songs, served as an essential storytelling tool. It elevated the narrative, accentuated the characters' emotions, and provided a captivating auditory experience that resonated with audiences, making this classic TV series even more memorable.
Official duty, Schultz. You got newcomers, I'm with the welcome wagon.
Welcome?
Everything go okay? You got all 7?
Yeah, of course.
In the creation of the theme song for the TV series, Hogan's Heroes, musician Bob Caine, a skilled percussionist from a young age, provided the drums. His drumming abilities were showcased in the first season, Episode 5, The Flight of the Valkyrie, and in Season 6, Episode 23, Look at the Pretty Snowflakes, where he performed a drum solo during Cherokee. In the original black and white pilot, General Burkhalter was depicted as a colonel, rather than his eventual rank. Due to the small size of the compound used for the exterior of Stalag 13, the backs of exterior sets had multiple functions. For instance, the motor pool, where Klink's car was often serviced, showed the 2x4 framing of what should have been the interior of a barracks. Additionally, they blocked the view of the parking lot and neighboring houses that were too modern for 1940s Germany. The filming lot was about the size of a Major League Baseball field, making the set design and filming even more impressive.
Well, the truth is, sir, don't tell me. You'll never miss it.
One of the most iconic scenes in the TV series Hogan's Heroes is the opening credits, where the main characters are introduced in a humorous and memorable way. The scene is set in a prisoner of war camp during World War II, and the characters are shown performing various tasks with a cheeky grin, hinting at their secret plan to outsmart their German captors. The direction in this scene is impeccable, with each character given a few seconds to showcase their personality and comedic timing. The performance of the actors is also noteworthy, as they manage to convey their characters' cunning and resourcefulness while maintaining a light-hearted tone. The cinematography is simple yet effective, with the use of wide shots to capture the entire camp and close-ups to highlight the characters' facial expressions. The iconic theme music, composed by Jerry Fielding, adds to the scene's charm and sets the tone for the rest of the episode. Another iconic scene is the escape tunnel sequence in the episode The Tunnel, where the prisoners of war dig a tunnel to escape the camp. The scene is shot in a way that creates tension and excitement, with the use of close-ups and low-angle shots to emphasize the danger and urgency of the situation. The performance of the actors is once again noteworthy, as they convincingly portray the characters' determination and fear. The cinematography is also impressive, with the use of shadows and lighting to create a sense of mystery and suspense. The impact of these scenes on the audience is significant, as they encapsulate the show's unique blend of humor, drama, and adventure. The scenes have become etched in the memories of fans, and they continue to resonate with audiences today. In an interview, Bob Caine, who played Colonel Hogan, commented on the show's success, stating, "We had a great cast, great writers, and a great concept. It was a show that people could escape to and forget about their troubles for a while." Similarly, Werner Klemperer, who played Colonel Klink, praised the show's direction and cinematography, stating, "The show was beautifully shot, and the direction was always top-notch. We had a great team behind the scenes, and it showed on screen." In conclusion, the iconic scenes in Hogan's Heroes are a testament to the show's enduring appeal and legacy. Through impeccable direction, memorable performances, and impressive cinematography, the scenes have left a lasting impact on audiences and continue to captivate viewers today.
How long last time?
I did not.
Colonel Hogan, please. I plead with you.
In the popular TV series Hogan's Heroes, several actors, including Werner Klemperer, Howard Caine, Leon Askin, and John Banner, were Jews who had served in the U.S. Armed Forces during World War II. Interestingly, Klemperer was born in Cologne, Germany, while Banner and Askin originated from Vienna, Austria. They all fled the Nazi regime and later became naturalized citizens of the United States. The character Lieutenant Carter, played by Larry Hovis, has a first name, Andrew, despite the fact that American involvement in World War II only lasted less than 4 years. Hogan's Heroes remained on air for 6 seasons. This classic sitcom, set in a German prisoner of war camp, managed to entertain audiences with its unique blend of humor and historical setting.
In a hospital nearby, and he would like to make an inspection.
Are you sure it's Rommel?
There's only one.
Set in a German prisoner of war camp during World War II, this classic TV series Hogan's Heroes brought laughter to living rooms across America. Premiering in 1965, it quickly gained popularity due to its unique blend of comedy and historical setting. Audiences were drawn to the clever antics of Colonel Robert E. Hogan and his team of Allied soldiers, who used their wit and resourcefulness to outsmart their Nazi captors. The show resonated with viewers by offering a lighthearted take on a serious topic. While the backdrop was a POW camp, the focus was on the humorous escapades of the main characters. This allowed audiences to enjoy the entertainment while still being exposed to historical events. Hogan's Heroes also had an influence on popular culture. Its success led to other television shows and movies adopting similar formats, combining humor with historical settings or controversial subjects. Additionally, the exaggerated accents and stereotypes portrayed by some cast members became fodder for parody and satire in later productions. Moreover, the series contributed to discussions on relevant social or cultural themes. Although set during a time of war, the program highlighted camaraderie and unity among diverse individuals. Characters hailed from various nations, including America, England, France, and even Germany itself. By working together towards common goals, they demonstrated the power of cooperation despite differences in background or nationality. Lastly, Hogan's Heroes left an indelible mark on American television through its innovative approach and memorable characters. Even today, reruns continue to attract new fans, proving that the appeal of this groundbreaking series remains strong more than 5 decades after its debut. In many ways, the legacy of Hogan's Heroes lives on, inspiring future generations of storytellers and entertainers.
Sir? LeBeau, come here a minute.
A little wobbly on that 200-pound press, wasn't I? You mean you can...
In the casting process for Hogan's Heroes, Richard Dawson was initially offered the lead role of Captain Robert Hogan, but turned it down as his voice didn't sound American enough. The part then went to Bob Crane, while Dawson ended up accepting the role of Corporal Peter Newkirk. Interestingly, both Werner Klemperer and John Banner, who played key characters in Hogan's Heroes, had previously appeared together in Operation Eichmann, a film released in 1961. Harold Gould, who portrayed various German general characters in the series, had a real-life connection to the events depicted in Hogan's Heroes. Being Jewish, he served in the U.S. Armed Forces during World War II, giving his portrayal of German officers an added layer of complexity.
There. Feeling better?
Much better.
Not you, him.
I'm fine. I'm okay. Just...
Hogan's Heroes, the 1965 TV series, received mixed reviews from critics when it first aired. Some praised its unique blend of comedy and war drama, while others criticized its lighthearted treatment of a serious subject like World War II. However, the show quickly gained a large audience and became one of the most popular shows of the era. Critics have noted the show's clever writing and strong performances. In a 1965 review, Variety magazine wrote, "The series has a bright, bouncy spirit and is played with tongue-in-cheek." The show's ensemble cast, including Bob Crane as Colonel Hogan and Werner Klemperer as Colonel Klink, was also praised for their comedic timing and chemistry. Despite the initial mixed reviews, Hogan's Heroes was nominated for several awards during its 6-season run. The show received 4 Emmy nominations, including for Outstanding Comedy Series and Outstanding Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role in a Comedy for Werner Klemperer. The show also received a Golden Globe nomination for Best Television Series, Musical, or Comedy. The accolades received by Hogan's Heroes are a testament to the show's enduring popularity and influence. The show's ability to balance comedy and drama, as well as its memorable characters and catchy theme song, have made it a classic in the world of television. The awards and nominations received by the show have also helped to cement its place in the annals of TV history. The show's success was not only limited to its time on the air. Hogan's Heroes has continued to find new audiences in syndication and on streaming platforms. The show's themes and characters have also been referenced and parodied in popular culture, further solidifying its place as a classic TV series. In conclusion, the critical reception and awards received by Hogan's Heroes are a reflection of the show's enduring appeal and influence. The show's unique blend of comedy and drama, memorable characters, and strong performances have made it a classic in the world of television. The accolades received by the show are a testament to its impact and legacy in the world of entertainment.
Don't tell me.
Gentle rain from heaven, sir.
Gentle rain from heaven. To be...
In the classic television show Hogan's Heroes, Sergeant James Kinchloe, played by Ivan Dixon, had an interesting connection to a real-life test pilot named Captain Ivan Kinchloe. The show even made a nod to this connection in an episode where a character addresses Kinchloe as Ivan Kinchloe. Hogan's Heroes also caught the attention of Mad Magazine, which spoofed the show as Hogan's Heroes. The show's influence extended to the details of the production, such as the staff cars used by the characters. General Burkhalter's staff car was an American hybrid with a Mercedes-Benz logo, while Colonel Klink's staff car was a 1936 Mercedes 260. In some episodes, Klink's staff car was the Pullman limousine model, while in others, it was the standard model. These small details added to the overall authenticity and enjoyment of the show for its viewers.
How'd it go?
Perfect, violin.
During the filming of this classic, Hogan's Heroes, the cast faced many unique challenges. For instance, Bob Crane, who played Colonel Hogan, was an accomplished drummer. He often brought his drum set to the set, much to the dismay of the sound engineers. His lively drumming would interfere with the sound recording, causing delays and requiring numerous retakes. Werner Klemperer, who portrayed Colonel Klink, had an interesting connection to the show's theme. His father, Otto Klemperer, was a renowned conductor and composer. Werner himself was a talented musician, and he often incorporated his father's strict conducting style into his portrayal of Colonel Klink. The character of Sergeant Schultz, played by John Banner, was initially written as a bumbling, incompetent character. However, Banner brought a unique charm to the role, transforming Schultz into a lovable, somewhat clueless character. Banner's portrayal was so popular that the writers eventually rewrote the character to be less bumbling and more lovable. The set of Hogan's Heroes was a replica of a German prisoner of war camp. The set was so convincing that it was often mistaken for a real prison camp. In fact, during the filming of the show, a group of German tourists visited the set, believing it to be a real POW camp. The cast and crew had to quickly assure them that it was only a television show. Despite the serious theme of the show, the cast and crew of Hogan's Heroes often found ways to have fun on set. For instance, they would often play pranks on each other, such as hiding props or playing practical jokes. These lighthearted moments helped to create a warm, friendly atmosphere on set, which is evident in the camaraderie seen on screen. In conclusion, the making of Hogan's Heroes was filled with unique challenges, interesting connections, and lighthearted moments. The cast and crew's experiences during the film's production added depth and charm to this classic television show.
You know,
In the filming of Hogan's Heroes, a day for night filter was commonly used to give the illusion of nighttime during daytime scenes. This technique, while effective, can still make it apparent that the scenes were shot during the day due to the presence of shadows. Werner Klemperer, who played Colonel Klink, was presented with a replacement monocle on the Pat Sajak show in 1989. His original monocle from the series had been stolen, and Sajak had learned of this during Klemperer's appearance on the show. The episode The Collector General offers a unique perspective, showing Klink's office, Helga's desk, the front door of the office building, and a corner of Hogan's barracks. However, the biggest mystery lies in the fact that half of Klink's office building remains unused throughout the series. Helga's desk is situated between Klink's office door and the only door to the unused half of the building. Despite this, no one is ever seen entering or exiting this part of the building. A window on this side of the building is also never utilized, adding to the mystery of this unused space.
General Hammerschlag's car.
He's a friend, an old friend. He'll straighten things out in no time.
Hogan's Heroes, a 1965 TV series, holds a unique place in film history. Set in a German prisoner of war camp during World War II, it dared to blend comedy with a serious historical backdrop. This approach was novel for its time and paved the way for future filmmakers to explore similar storytelling techniques. The show's influence is evident in later productions that use humor to navigate heavy themes. For instance, the 2001 film Stalag 17 and the 1983 TV series Allo Allo bear striking similarities to Hogan's Heroes in their setting and tone. Moreover, Hogan's Heroes introduced a diverse cast, each contributing to the show's success. Robert Clary, who played Louis LeBeau, was a Holocaust survivor, lending authenticity to the show's depiction of war. His portrayal, along with those of other cast members, inspired future ensemble casts in series like MASH and The A-Team. The show's impact extends beyond television and film. It sparked interest in World War II history, leading some viewers to explore the subject further. Additionally, the show's theme song, composed by Jerry Fielding, became a classic in its own right, often used in parodies and tributes. In essence, Hogan's Heroes, with its innovative storytelling and diverse cast, left an indelible mark on the film industry, inspiring future filmmakers and audiences alike.
What did your cousin say, Carter?
In the TV series Hogan's Heroes, several intriguing details add depth to the storyline. The character Corporal Langenscheidt's name has a unique origin. It comes from Langenscheidt Verlag, a German publishing company known for its language education materials, particularly dictionaries. This connection cleverly weaves linguistic elements into the show's fabric. Moving on to the backgrounds of two main characters, Wright and LeBeau, their hometowns play significant roles. Carter hails from North Dakota, while Kinch is from Detroit, Michigan. An amusing detail emerges when Carter mentions blowing up parts of his high school, Rutherford B. Hayes Polytechnic, located in Pennsylvania. These geographical references subtly enrich the characters' personal histories. The visual presentation of Stalag 13 undergoes changes over time. Initially, what appears to be snow on the rooftops and grounds turns out to be something else entirely. Lieutenant, however, by the fourth season, large portions of the rooftop snow transform into patches of white paint. As the series progresses further, more painted patches appear, replacing most of the artificial snow both on the rooftops and heavily trafficked areas around the camp.
She is Sally Holmes.
Golly, the commandant's right. You grabbed that secretary and you got...
In the popular TV series Hogan's Heroes, two notable actors, Nita Talbot, who played Mariah, and Leon Askin as General Burkhalter, surprisingly never shared a scene together. Despite Askin's frequent appearance in 67 episodes, viewers may notice a change in his weight due to his doctor's prescribed dieting. Additionally, during World War II, there existed a German counterpart to Tokyo Rose known as Berlin Betty. These intriguing details add depth to this classic television show.
Very remarkable, Major Hochstetter. May I say how reassuring it is to have...
In the classic television series Hogan's Heroes, Colonel Hogan uses the alias Major Campbell when meeting new prisoners of war, serving as a precautionary measure against potential Nazi spies. Interestingly, the character provides conflicting details regarding his place of origin, sometimes claiming Bridgeport, Connecticut, while other times being identified as hailing from Ohio by German intelligence officers. The prolific actor John Hoyt made multiple guest appearances on the program, predominantly portraying various high-ranking German officials. Remarkably, despite his recurring roles, he never assumed the same character twice during his tenure on the show.
You sit over there. Go over there.
After Hogan's Heroes ended, Werner Klemperer, who played Colonel Klink, found success in musical talent. He sang in opera and musical theater, provided narration for orchestras, and took part in studio recordings. The German Army's standard rifle in World War II was the Mauser 98. However, in the series, Sergeant Hans Schultz and other German guards at Luftstalag 13 carried a Krag Jorgensen Model 1896 rifle. This was likely due to the studio having a stock of surplus rifles on hand. Alternatively, it has been suggested that Jewish actor John Banner, who played Schultz, had reservations about using a German rifle in his role. The Krag Jorgensen was a Norwegian design still used by Norway and Denmark's militaries when they came under German occupation in 1940. It was common for the German military to issue captured weapons to rear echelon troops, lending credibility to the use of a likely Scandinavian Krag Jorgensen by a Luftwaffe camp guard. The character of Sergeant Schultz, before the war, was the president of a successful toy manufacturing company. Colonel Klink, after the war, tried to become a bookkeeper at the toy company.
Pass?
We see old Klink burn the past.
Oh, I'm quite sure Schultz got another pass.
In reality, a prisoner of war camp, Stalag 13C, was situated near the village of Hammelburg, Germany, similar to the camp depicted in the classic television series Hogan's Heroes. During an episode of Hogan's Heroes, a clip from the film Destination Tokyo was shown when the prisoners communicated with a submarine for the first time. This same clip, with a blue-green filter, was reused in subsequent episodes during submarine communications. The leather jacket worn by Bob Crane in Hogan's Heroes holds an interesting history. Initially, it was worn by Frank Sinatra in the film Von Ryan's Express. Vito Scotti, who appeared in an episode of Hogan's Heroes, also had a role in Von Ryan's Express. The jacket made another appearance in the Bob Crane biographical film Autofocus, and it is currently on display at the Liberty Aviation Museum in Port Clinton, Ohio.
Able to get out in the confusion.
What if there isn't enough confusion?
I never said this wasn't going.
In the first season of this classic, a short, thin character named Corporal Langenscheidt, played by Jon Cedar, frequently appeared. It seems he was initially intended to form a Laurel and Hardy-like duo with Sergeant Schultz. However, this concept didn't fully materialize. Despite largely disappearing after the first season, Langenscheidt makes sporadic appearances throughout the series under different names. Moving on, this television series holds the record as the longest-running American show based on World War II, spanning 6 seasons and 168 episodes. Lastly, Robert Hogan, the namesake of the show, was never considered for the role of Colonel Hogan. The show's co-creator and co-producer, Bernard Fine, who was friends with Hogan, used his name to honor him. Fine decided on Hogan's Heroes for the title and lead character. Robert Hogan, taking this honor in stride, guest starred in 2 episodes, and was never upset about not playing the lead.
Oh, this envelope's for you. Hilda must have dropped it when she brought in the mail. Sorry, clumsy.
In the classic television show Hogan's Heroes, 2 characters, Klink and Hogan, even traveled to London, England, while a group consisting of Hogan, Klink, LeBeau, Kinchloe, and Schultz made their way to Paris, France. This exciting series featured characters that were inspired by a wartime comedy film, To Be or Not to Be, including the characters of Schultz and the Nazi colonel, who share similarities with those in the film. Interestingly, Howard Caine and Werner Klemperer, who played significant roles in Hogan's Heroes, had previously appeared in the 1961 film Judgment at Nuremberg. This further highlights the depth and talent of the cast in this beloved series. The show's creators drew inspiration from various sources, resulting in a unique blend of humor, drama, and historical context. The character of Schultz, for instance, bears a resemblance to the character of the same name in To Be or Not to Be, while Klink's character shares traits with the Nazi colonel in the same film. In summary, Hogan's Heroes was a groundbreaking television series that drew inspiration from various sources, resulting in a captivating and enduring show that continues to be enjoyed by audiences today.
Your man Mannheim shot your man Freitag.
Take him.
In Hogan's Heroes, Richard Dawson originally planned to use a Liverpool accent for his character, Newkirk, but was guided to adopt a Cockney tone instead. Soon after, the Beatles gained popularity, and everyone started speaking with Liverpool accents. The show's leading actor, Bob Crane, is best known for playing Colonel Robert Hogan, which remains his most memorable role among audiences. The luxurious car driven by General Burkhalter in Hogan's Heroes is unique and rare. Only 72 units of its kind, called W31, were ever manufactured, and only 4 still exist today. One can be found in Germany's Technik Museum, another belongs to the Spanish royal family, while the remaining 2 reside in an American auto museum in Roscoe, Illinois, and in Hollywood alongside other movie and television memorabilia.
For this is your night,
An aerial salute.
In the popular 1960s TV series, Hogan's Heroes, the lead character, Colonel Hogan, had access to a hidden radio communication system, which allowed him to contact both London and a submarine for assistance in prisoner escapes. This clandestine communication played a crucial role in the success of their missions. Interestingly, several actors in Hogan's Heroes had real-life military experience during World War II. For instance, Leon Askin, John Banner, and Werner Klemperer served in the U.S. Army Air Force, with ranks ranging from supply sergeant to technical sergeant. Caine was also in the military, but he was part of the U.S. Navy, and his specific rank remains unknown. The show's international reach was evident in its German-dubbed version, where certain dialogues were altered to soften the impact of war-related themes. The infamous Heil Hitler salute was changed to Heil Kreider, and bombing scenes were reimagined as harmless acts, such as dropping candy as a propaganda maneuver or destroying a toilet paper factory instead of a munitions factory. These changes allowed the show to air in Germany despite its sensitive subject matter.
You were broadcasting news. Well, I said I was sorry.
Okay, I'll hold the goodies.
Following the death of Robert Clary on November 16, 2022, Kenneth Washington is now the only surviving original cast member of Hogan's Heroes. Arlene Martel, who frequently appeared on the show as a member of the French underground, was also a notable presence. Known as Tiger, Martel's character added depth to the series' portrayal of the French resistance. Richard Dawson, who passed away on June 2, 2012, was another original cast member of Hogan's Heroes. His death left Clary as the only surviving original cast member until his own passing later in 2022. These losses mark the end of an era for this classic TV series, which continues to be enjoyed by audiences today.
Split the difference. Talk for 10 minutes. Just the highlights.
In the TV series Hogan's Heroes, many of the actors showcase their lesser-known talents beyond acting. Werner Klemperer, known for his role as Colonel Klink, was a skilled violinist and conductor who narrated major operas from 1973 to 1995. Bob Crane, who played Colonel Hogan, had a passion for playing the drums. Howard Caine, who portrayed Major Hochstetter, was an award-winning banjo player. Robert Clary, Larry Hovis, and Ivan Dixon, who played various roles in the series, were all talented singers. Richard Dawson, who portrayed Corporal Newkirk, was a skilled magician. Their diverse skills added depth to their characters and contributed to the show's success. In the series, Schultz often referred to Hogan and his men as Jolly Jokers when they played tricks on him. This nickname highlighted the playful dynamic between the characters and added humor to the show. Interestingly, John Banner and Werner Klemperer had worked together nearly a decade before Hogan's Heroes in the episode Safe Conduct of Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Their previous collaboration added to the chemistry between their characters in the series. In summary, the talented cast of Hogan's Heroes brought their diverse skills to the show, adding depth to their characters and contributing to the series' success. The playful dynamic between the characters and their humorous interactions made the show a classic.
Something I can do for you, Commandant?
In the world of classic television, Hogan's Heroes is a show that has left an indelible mark. Before Bob Crane became Colonel Hogan, Richard Dawson was considered for the role, but he lacked confidence in his ability to mimic an American accent. Offset, Dawson would give young Charlene Tilton candy and gum and take her around to watch him rehearse. In Germany, the show's rights were acquired by Kirch Group, but it wasn't broadcast for many years due to fears of offending viewers. When it was finally aired in 1992, it failed to connect with audiences. However, after rewriting the dialogue to make the characters look even more foolish, the show became a success. The show's enduring popularity is a testament to its ability to resonate with audiences, even decades after its initial release. Whether it's the memorable characters or the clever writing, Hogan's Heroes has left an enduring mark on the television landscape.
All right, let's get organized. Newkirk, you'll be in charge of the flashlight, the rope, and the blanket.
Right, sir.
Kinch, London, all set for the code?
Standing by, Colonel.
Oh.
During the filming of the first season of Hogan's Heroes, actor Robert Clary grew frustrated with the smallness of his part. He even considered leaving the show, but a director's encouraging words changed his mind. Clary played a significant role in the series, but he wasn't the only one. Interestingly, two African-American actors, Kenneth Washington and Ivan Dixon, never appeared in women's clothing throughout the show's run. Werner Klemperer, who played Colonel Wilhelm Klink, also never wore women's clothing. Klemperer enjoyed being recognized as Klink and was grateful for the fame the role brought him. He even suggested that Klink wear a monocle and carry a riding crop. Despite his initial frustrations, Clary remained with the show, and Hogan's Heroes became a classic television series. The actor's dedication and creativity helped make the show a success, with Klemperer's portrayal of Colonel Klink becoming one of the most memorable aspects of this classic.
You didn't know that a general might want to spend...
In the sixth season of Hogan's Heroes, several changes occurred behind the scenes. Following the completion of the first 5 seasons, most cast members renewed their contracts, but Ivan Dixon chose to depart for better prospects. Meanwhile, Bob Crane negotiated for a salary increase, but received a production credit instead, resulting in Bob Crane Enterprises appearing in the credits rather than BCP.
I want you to start an argument real loud in French. Now keep it going. Don't let any...
In Hogan's Heroes, the character of Sergeant Carter had a noticeably different wardrobe between the first 5 seasons and the 6th. Initially, he donned a unique leather flight jacket with a white right sleeve and chest area, but this changed to a solid brown jacket in the following season. The actor who played Sergeant Schultz, John Banner, actually portrayed a similar role before Hogan's Heroes. He featured in the movie 36 Hours, released in 1964, where he shared striking parallels with his later famous persona. Interestingly, during its broadcast run in Australia, Hogan's Heroes stood alone as the sole entry in the top 30 shows and programs list. Its popularity evidently surpassed other contemporary television offerings down under.
Shoot a horse. And now, the senior POW off.
Interestingly, the actor Howard Caine made 2 early appearances in Hogan's Heroes before taking on the recurring role of Major Hochstetter. He first appeared in Season 1, Episode 17, titled Happy Birthday, Adolf, where he played Major Keitel. Later, in Season 2, Episode 5, known as the Battle of Stalag 13, he returned, this time portraying Colonel Feldkamp. On another note, Sergeant Schultz frequently complained about the poor quality of his wife's cooking during the show. However, contrasting these fictionalized accounts, John Banner, the man behind Schultz's character, mentioned that his own wife's culinary skills were excellent, leading him to gain significant weight before being cast in the series. Initially, creator Bernard Fine faced resistance when pitching the idea of a humorous television program centered around Nazi themes to then CBS President William Paley. Nevertheless, following a lively presentation involving live demonstrations of various characters by both Fine and fellow producer Al Ruddy, they managed to change Paley's mind, ultimately winning him over due to their compelling performance and infectious laughter among all attendees.
Wait a minute. You wanted to suffer? Here's your chance.
Before starring in the popular television series, Werner Klemperer and John Banner had already shared the screen on Alfred Hitchcock Present. In the 1965 pilot episode of Hogan's Heroes, Carter was initially introduced as a lieutenant, a role that was only meant to be a one-time appearance. The outdoor set for Stalag 13 was located at the northwest corner of the 40 acres backlot in Culver City, California. The area was previously used for the Terra Plantation facade in Gone with the Wind. As the series went on hiatus in 1968, the set was used in Trial by Fury, where it doubled as a South American prison. After the cancellation of Hogan's Heroes, the set was used as Medical Camp 9 in the Nazi sex thriller Ilsa, She-Wolf of the SS, during which it was burned. The cleared area then became the site of a new set for the Fortune. Unfortunately, the backlot was bulldozed in 1976 and is now an industrial park. In Ilsa, She-Wolf of the SS, the Stalag 13 set was destroyed, marking the end of its use in film and television. The location's history is rich, having been used in some of the most iconic films and television shows of all time.
Let her in.
We ain't to barge in.
What's up?
Transitioning into the details of the TV series Hogan's Heroes from 1965, the characters used secret code names like Papa Bear, Goldilocks, and Little Red Riding Hood. Colonel Hogan went by Goldilocks when contacting a submarine in The Informer. To flatter Colonel Klink, he called him the Iron Colonel or the Iron Eagle. Another character, Frau Gertrude Linkmeyer, was portrayed by Kathleen Freeman and once by Alice Ghostly. Ghostly also appeared as a Nazi field marshal's wife in a final season episode.
I want you to get me out of Germany.
Thought you were working on the atomic...
In the TV series Hogan's Heroes, viewers may have noticed Colonel Klink carrying a riding crop. Interestingly, it was Werner Klemperer's idea to incorporate this prop. Meanwhile, another actor in the show, Leon Askin, had personal experiences related to World War II. Before moving to America, he spent time in an internment camp in France. Despite knowing limited English, he managed to establish himself in the new country. The character dynamics in Hogan's Heroes also brought about some unique nicknames. For instance, Corporal LeBeau, played by Robert Clary, was called Cockroach due to his short stature. This moniker was given to him by both Colonel Klink and Sergeant Schultz. These nuances added depth to the relationships between the characters in this classic television series.
Really trust Colonel?
Who's that?
Colonel Wilhelm Klink.
Ah, he's as crooked as the rest of them.
In the classic TV series, Hogan's Heroes, Noam Pitlick made a notable contribution by appearing in 7 episodes, each time playing a different character. This versatile actor showcased his talent in a unique way with each appearance. In one episode, S4E26, a curious culinary detail was revealed. Schultz suggested a German chocolate cake for Hogan's birthday. However, this dessert was not invented until 1957 and has no connection to Germany, despite its name. It was actually named after Sam German, an American who worked for the Baker's Chocolate Company in 1852. Another interesting prop in the show was Colonel Klink's ornate helmet, which sat on his desk. This pre-World War I Prussian Army pickelhaube was likely a family heirloom, as it was one of his most prized possessions. However, the helmet used in the show differed in several respects from museum examples, suggesting that it was a replica produced by the props department. This helmet and Hogan's Army Air Corps cap are now on display at the Liberty Aviation Museum in Port Clinton, Ohio.
We haven't seen Dr. Lachey around for the last couple of days, and we were wondering.
Dr. Lachey is gone, and she will not be back.
In the popular TV series Hogan's Heroes, 2 of the actors, John Banner and Leon Askin, had previously worked with other colleagues in the industry. Banner collaborated with Cyril Delavanti in the Adventures of Superman episode titled The Man Who Made Dreams Come True, while Askin worked alongside Phil Van Zandt in Superman in Exile. Only 2 actors appeared in every one of the show's 168 episodes: Bob Crane as Colonel Robert Hogan and Werner Klemperer as Colonel Wilhelm Klink. Interestingly enough, Klemperer's own father critiqued his work on the program by saying, "Your acting is fine on the show, but who writes this stuff?" Despite some reservations, the series gained popularity and remains memorable today due to its unique blend of humor and historical setting. Delving deeper into understanding what made this classic appealing could reveal more about the people behind it and their contributions to television history.
Colonel! It is a catastrophe! It is a catastrophe!
In Hogan's Heroes, Werner Klemperer, who played Colonel Klink, only agreed to take on the role after being assured that his character would never succeed in his schemes. This condition allowed Klemperer to portray Klink as a bumbling and inept commander, much to the amusement of audiences. Meanwhile, Robert Clary, who played Corporal LeBeau, and Larry Hovis, who played Sergeant Carter, would often sing together between takes. Their shared love for music brought a sense of camaraderie to the set, which translated well onto the screen. Outside of Hogan's Heroes, Clary had a part in the 1975 movie The Hindenburg. In this film, he took part in an anti-Nazi song and dance act aboard the ill-fated airship. This role allowed Clary to use his musical talents in a different context, while also making a statement against the oppressive regime that he had personally experienced.
Wouldn't it'll keep, Louis? It's gonna be a long war. Are you people crazy?
Did Hogan's Heroes leave a lasting impression on you? This classic TV series still resonates with many viewers today. We'd love to hear about your personal experiences and memories related to the show. How did it make you feel when you first watched it? Perhaps it brought laughter into your home or inspired a new appreciation for historical fiction. Share your thoughts with us. The influence of Hogan's Heroes goes beyond entertainment. Maybe it sparked an interest in World War II history or encouraged you to explore other war films. We welcome discussions on how this iconic series has shaped your perspective on cinema. Let's engage in meaningful conversations around this timeless piece of television history. Like, share, and subscribe for more exciting journeys through cinematic landscapes. Your voice matters, so don't hesitate to join the conversation.
Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Good night.
Highly duck.
Well, there's no